in my opinion. What's this? Late night battlefield last chance. Oh, late night. They must be Americans if they're talking about late night. Yeah. Probably have like midnight or 1 AM currently. Depends on what they are, where they live. Usually the East Coast people. Yeah, the East. I'm talking pretty much about the East Coast because I'm used to the East Coast, playing with the East Coast guys for some reason. And that's my developers live in the East Coast because it's Georgia, you know. Good old Georgia. It's really done with the potatoes. I guess it seems like it. Well then, good for him. But yeah, there was like strong recommendation not to use many vehicle mods on the modded web and use mostly the pretty much the basic or the main vehicles that you have in the game, in the vanilla game I would say. So yeah, I guess on the normal maps like Bjornholm or Westbridge you can use the modded vehicles or use them pretty much, and on the modded maps use the normal vehicles, not the modded ones. But it can cause lags, errors and whatnot. Although I don't really have now problems with those. Yeah, with Leas Tatra and whatnot. The class. I guess we are good with that. Ah, and it's finished. My energy, of course. What else? Yeah, I still have plenty of videos to upload. Today I will be uploading more Skyrim and Farming Simulator as well, probably. But mostly Skyrim today. Because I want to finish uploading it as soon as possible. I will probably purely focus on the Farming Simulator. If of course I won't start some other LP. Actually today I kinda felt like playing Skyrim again. I guess I'm not Skyrimed out anymore. Yeah, it sounds stupid, I know. But yeah. Maybe I will just go back to Skyrim, but yeah, I doubt it. Maybe Oblivion once more. The last time I finished it was like in March this year. It's already half a year. But yeah, that was a huge LP. Let's explore the whole serial. I mean, all the dungeons. Only ones that I didn't do were like the quest ones where you need a key for them. And well, pretty much I didn't find some nature stuff like all the Doomstone and shit like that, but you don't have even stuff like that marked on your map, so it's kinda hard to find that. But yeah, I gotta say the Oblivion quests are much more fun than Skyrim ones, and a lot of people agree with that actually. But yeah, you always have your Morrowind fans, the Oblivion fans, Skyrim fans. Skyrim is usually like by the younger people. who like action games, because Skyrim is more about the combat and action than like story and shit. Oh, you got your story, like dragons are coming, blah blah blah. It's fun. But killing dragons is really fun. But yeah, the Oblivion, I felt like I was more immersed in the story, you know. Daedra coming and whatnot. Everything can be destroyed. It definitely felt more like a threat, because you pretty much have the fucking Oblivion games everywhere. And dragon encounters compared to Oblivion games were rare. Like really rare. Of course the Morrowind. I can't really say much about the Morrowind because I played through it only once. And that was like 3 years ago already. It's not a bad game, but it's old. The combat system is horrible. It's based on the dice rolls, which is just bad at this point. In my opinion, Oblivion done it right. Skyrim even improved that, the combat system. The Morrowind feels like super old. It's kinda hard to go and play through that game if you didn't grow up on that, which I didn't, of course. I wasn't playing games like that when the Morrowind came out. I was playing pretty much. I was still at the console kit until like yeah, I got my first computer on the Christmas 2000 and got my first console on the Christmas as well in the 1997, right? Can you imagine that? Me, aka the PC Master Race guy, being console kit. Lol. Yeah. And guess what was my first game on the console? Yeah, it was fucking Super Mario Brothers. Good old times. But yeah, there were some really good games on that console. It was called Sega Mega Drive 2. And let me tell you, I play a shit ton of it. Like a lot. So many games for it. It came out like with the little cassettes or whatever it was called. And back then we didn't have euros, so it was we have the Slovak crowns. So it was one cost like 100 Slovak crowns, roughly a little bit over 3 euros. So it wasn't that bad even for a kid. I could afford that and buy with my own pocket money pretty much. And let me tell you, I had a lot of money for a kid back then. But yeah, because I was always saving money. I wasn't like other kids, like spending it on random shit. Now, of course, there were kids that were getting a lot more money than me. But back then, for a kid from a small village, I had this amount of money. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I was always one of these guys who like to save their money. Now, I actually do not save that much because I don't really have anything to save for, like saving for computer or something like that. So I spend money, but I usually spend money on stuff like energy drinks and food and stuff like that, you know. I rarely buy anything that is not edible. Yeah, it's kinda sad. But whatever. Yeah, compared to my sister, she always loved to spend money for random girlish stuff, you know, jewelry, clothes, makeup, stuff like that. Oh, actually, didn't even probably. I was kind of talking about buying that John Deere cap, which is actually pretty cool, but also the Class Lexion 600 model, which is also really nice. How do you unload? Oh, it's again O. I'm thinking about O, but for like, oh no, it can't be on again. But it is. Obviously it is. Ah, Pepsi to eat in the morning. There's a new Pepsi called Pepsi Sakura. Also look pretty good, but I think it's currently in Japan only. But you can buy it through internet, but it's fucking costly. On like Amazon and stuff like that. But I'm alright with the Twist. Twist isn't even in the US. So yeah, we have something the US does not. And Twist is fucking good. The best Coke out there in my opinion. And a lot of people are saying that what is pretty much Pepsi Twist, it's just normal Pepsi with a lemon. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but it tastes so fucking good. Jeez. Trust me, it's really good. I'm starting to take the long route, right? Like the route around. Didn't I? Yeah, I think I started with that. So let's do that. This tractor had pretty decent speed. Wasn't this tractor like the bonus one in the 2013 for pre-ordering? Or was it the other Lamborghini? Wasn't there like two of them? Huh. But yeah, this one is one of my favorite middle class tractor. I call it middle class because he have around 200 horsepower, like 220. I think this guy here. Let me just check the little button. Let's press P, garage. Yeah, 220. Oh yeah, I haven't traveled through this place, so there's a little bit lag. Got a load. Yeah, I haven't traveled through this. You can probably notice that, like. Yeah, I don't really have FPS counter. I don't know why still, because this game is supported by GeForce Experience 8, it does not have the FPS counter, which other games like Skyrim and Oblivion have, which are not supported. Actually, Skyrim is in the GeForce Experience and you can optimize it, but it's not in the supported game list. Oblivion is not even in the supported game list, or you can't optimize it, but still. FPS is appearing in that game, but I don't know why in this game it's not. With the Fraps it is. The Fraps is fucking old by now. Who is using that at this point? Like seriously, who the heck is using that? Their video encoding format is pretty much AVI, which creates huge files. Like hour and a half recording or 2 hours would be like 400 gigabytes of video, which is pretty much with the H.264 is like, I don't know, 40 gigabytes. So yeah, or maybe even less. That is a huge difference. It's just ridiculous how big a difference it is. Pretty much, yeah. If you got NVIDIA video cards, just fucking use GeForce Experience, and you will find a little program called Shadowplay, and yeah. Shadowplay is just the best. Oh. But I can't take any more bells, only like 2 now. Only like 2 now. So I'm pretty much using Shadowplay for everything. Except for like Desmim emulator. I think for that one I was using Bandicam, right? Yeah, Bandicam. I could actually take the other route. I'm only going this way. That's a bad car. It's pretty much the same. Doesn't really matter to me, really. Well, anyway. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you, use Shadowplay. Because I didn't find anything better than that currently for recording videos. It's just good, quality is good. The video recording size is small compared to like Fraps. Ridiculously, as you can see, like 10 times smaller, which is a huge difference. I mean, yeah, some of you have like 3 terabytes hard disk, and if you have something like that, you wouldn't really mind about having 400 gigabytes of recording. I get it, right? But why the fuck would you use that? Shadowplay is much better. Just why? Shadowplay is just much better. I should have turned there, right? Hold on, silly me. This is still the way in, right? Oh yeah, it's over here. I might be using this way. And I think about it actually. At least going up. Seems like another bad idea, huh? Alright. Cows. Look at those cows. My sister loves cows. Yeah, that's why she's working with them. is why she's working with them. Well, it's her choice, not mine. I definitely wouldn't want to work with them. Well, of course, today is one other thing. Really 2 free weekend will start. So yeah, oh yeah. Can expect a lot of noobs in the game. Like some people tend to make a joke. Noob assault is in progress. Yeah, so yeah, noob assault will be in progress, that's for sure. They will be hosting some games for noobs. Probably mainly the DLC ones, because they definitely wouldn't own them, right? But there is plenty of the non-DLC maps as well. I would say there is probably the same amount of the non-DLC map as DLC maps, if not even more non-DLC maps than the DLC maps. So yeah, there you have it. There you have it indeed. Okie dokie guys, be right back. Alright, we are back. By the way, if you notice like this weird squeaking sound in my videos and whatnot, well, when there's squeaking, it's my chair. Yeah, it's not that old, but it's also not a new chair, so... For how many years I have this chair for by now? At least 5. I think 5 or 6. Damn, it's already that much. Before I have a leather chair, which was better than this one, but the thingy that you can, the controls, you know, let you put it down and put it up. It's kinda hard for me to explain. Broke on that one. They not broke on this one yet, but if they broke, I will just get another chair. Although buying chair isn't that cheap. The average price for chair is around 50 euros for the computer chair. Actually, it's quite a lot, in my opinion. I guess I just gotta wait for some good sale, huh? When that happens, and buy one for like 30 euros. But yeah, if my chair will break, I will just go and buy one immediately, because that is just how I roll, right? But I admit, this house is really nice. Even the church is really nice. I got like this medievalish aspect about him. But yeah, that's why Europe is great, because it's got long history and you got a lot of castles everywhere. Even from my house I can see pretty much there is castle on a hill. Although it's slowly collapsing, it still looks nice from this side. But from other side, holy crap, it looks really bad. But from this side, where I live, from my street, pretty much, it looks really decent. It's called Gimes, that castle. Shit. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, the weird. And you can just really get close to anything because you will bump into it, although you are not even touching it. Which is really weird, in my opinion. Or whatever. Whatever indeed, I guess. Huh. But I haven't been on that in that castle like in years. I don't remember if I was there when I was older, but I definitely remember I was there when I was a little kid, like 6 years old or something like that. And back then the castle looked much better, because it's like 22 years ago pretty much. Because I'm 28 now. Yeah, holy crap, I'm old, right? And still playing video games. But yeah, there are much older people than me that play video games. That wasn't the thing that I actually wanted. There we go, that should do it. And my ticket is definitely making himself comfortable on my bed. But I guess I just gotta wait and see the new Sandy Redux map 3.1 or just 3.0 the lighter version or whatever he would call it, and see how well it will run and whatnot. If it will run good, like mostly 60 FPS all the time, and if I like it more than the gold, I will probably switch to it and try to pretty much buy most of the vehicles I have here there. Alright then. Let's continue here with the bells. Taking Bragg Silash. I don't care that I'm losing money for the worker, if I'm even losing some, because they're just not going down for some reason. Is it bugged or something like this? I don't know. Or if the worker isn't moving, you actually don't lose money. I have no idea. Fuck me.